I'm going to talk to you, if you're a home buyer, about the 3 biggest mistakes I see home buyers in the active housing market today making, and hopefully we can prevent you from making those if you are a buyer. First and foremost, the biggest thing I see is people trying to time the market. You can't really time the market. Professionals can't even do it. Everything that has to go into with how the market fluctuates is completely unpredictable. Especially first-time home buyers, I'm seeing a lot right now. They're trying to time the market and buy when it's considered the lowest or when they think things will happen to be in their best interest. And I highly disagree with that as a professional, because honestly, if you were to buy today, in a year, you're gonna be happy because you have appreciated that asset for a year and everything is getting more and more expensive. So that being said, trying to time the market with interest rates or how things are working in the economy, don't do it. Then second is buying more house than you can afford. I do believe that if you purchase a home, especially for your first house, you need to make sure that you are comfortable enough that if something goes wrong, like your hot water heater breaks or you have a leak in the roof or something going wrong that you're gonna have to pay for, that it's not gonna break you. Far too often I see young people get into their first home and it's a big fixer-upper and it is a struggle for them. It's much easier if you think about what works for you now and get into something that isn't ideal, but isn't your forever home. So maybe you don't really care for townhouses, but you start in a townhouse and you work your way up. I've had quite a few clients that will start with a townhouse and their end goal is to purchase something with property and a shop. And it works out so great for them because they move into this townhouse, they take great care of it, they can afford the payments comfortably, they can afford to take care of it, any maintenance, and then they go to sell it in a few years and they roll all of that appreciation into a down payment on something a little bit bigger. And then after they take care of that place for a few years, then they turn around and sell that and have another big down payment on maybe what is considered their forever home. So when you start out with your first purchase, you want to make sure that you buy something that's affordable for you and is not going to break you. It's a very key thing. Third, I would talk about is missing out on any assistance programs. Make sure you have a good lender, and a good lender will tell you all about those programs. Maybe you can qualify to have your down payment paid for. There's quite a few different ones here in Wyoming where you sign a little piece of paper at closing and it literally says that this is a gift and you have to live in the house 1 or 2 years and then that amount is gifted to you. So you never have to repay it back, like literally free money.
It's free real estate.
So that's a big one for people to not look over because, man, if you could get 10 grand for free, why? Why wouldn't you? So make sure you talk to your lender and you talk to them about anything that you could possibly qualify for. WCDA is a great one too because, I mean, you come to closing with only $1,500 and most of the time you can get a second that will actually pay for your closing costs. So honestly, it's super affordable. So check into that and make sure you talk to your lender and make sure you don't buy more home than you can afford and make sure you don't try to time the market. If you follow those 3 things, you should be good to go.